ओके। तो आज का टॉपिक वापस माइंड पे है। और माइंड एक विराट सब्जेक्ट है और माइंड कुछ नहीं है, दोनों सत्य है। जब आप इसकी विराटता को समझने जाएंगे तब आपको ये एहसास होने लगेगा कि ये कुछ नहीं है। और जब ये एहसास हो जाता है कि ये कुछ नहीं है, वहां पे हमारा माइंड का एग्जिस्टेंस खत्म हो जाता है, माइंड का इंपॉर्टेंस खत्म हो जाता है। और क्योंकि माइंड के माध्यम से दुनिया को देखा जा रहा था, दुनिया का एहसास लिया जा रहा था, दुनिया को हम एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे थे अपने माइंड के अंदर, इंद्रियों के द्वारा, बाहर के वस्तुओं को, बाहर के जगत को। तो क्योंकि अब माइंड नहीं रहा तो वर्ल्ड नहीं रहा, तो हमको प्रकृति से पूर्ण रूप से मुक्ति मिल जाती है, मेंटल स्टेट से भी, फिजिकल स्टेट से। जैसा हमने पहले देखा है कि सांख्य दर्शन में, योग शास्त्र में, मेंटल वर्ल्ड और फिजिकल वर्ल्ड, इन दोनों को प्रकृति कहा गया है। ये कौन सी प्रकृति है? ये वो प्रकृति है जो मैनिफेस्ट हुई है, जो बन के आई है। ये कहां से बन के आई है? ये मूल प्रकृति से बन के आई है। मूल प्रकृति से क्यों बन गया ये सब? क्योंकि एक पुरुष है, एक चेतना की ताकत है इस जगत में, जो अनंत है, हमेशा के लिए है और अनचेंजिंग है, उसमें कोई परिवर्तन नहीं होता। और ये जो मूल प्रकृति है, ये भी अनंत है, ये भी हमेशा के लिए है। इसको भी हम नहीं देख सकते अपने इंद्रियों से, पुरुष को भी हम नहीं देख सकते हैं अपने इंद्रियों से। पुरुष जो है उसका कोई आकार नहीं है, और प्रकृति जो है उसका आकार है, मूल प्रकृति का भी आकार है, लेकिन वो इतना बारीक है, इतना छोटा है कि हम उसको अपने इंद्रियों से नहीं देख पाते। तो उसको योगी देखते हैं प्रज्ञा के द्वारा। तो योगियों ने बताया, कपिल मुनि ने बताया, पतंजलि जी ने बताया कि जब वो तत्व जो हमेशा के लिए है और जो नहीं दिखता है, क्योंकि उसका कोई रूप ही नहीं है और उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं है, जब उस तत्व से मिलता है जो हमेशा के लिए है, अनंत है, आज नहीं दिख रहा है क्योंकि हमारी इंद्रियां उसको पकड़ नहीं पा रही हैं, लेकिन उसमें हमेशा परिवर्तन है। तो वो जो मूल प्रकृति में जो परिवर्तन होता रहता है, उसको बोलते हैं कि वो तीन गुण दिखाती है मूल प्रकृति, रजस, सत्व और तमस। रजस मतलब चेंज, मूल प्रकृति में कांस्टेंट चेंज होता है। दूसरा सत्व, सत्व मतलब जिसका रूप नहीं, जिसका आकार नहीं, वो। तीसरा आपका तमस, तमस मतलब जो नहीं बदलता है, जो स्थिर रहता है, जो भारी है, जो आलसी है। तो मूल प्रकृति में ये तीनों आपस में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, और प्रकृति में भी जो मैनिफेस्टेड फॉर्म है प्रकृति का, उसमें भी ये तीनों हमेशा एग्जिस्ट करते हैं। तो जहां पर भी प्रकृति का शब्द आएगा, चाहे मूल प्रकृति या प्रकृति, केवल प्रकृति, इन सब अवस्थाओं में दोनों होते हैं। दोनों मतलब फॉर्म फॉर्मलेस है, प्लस चेंज होता रहता है, कोई चीज खड़ी नहीं रहती है। जिसका अभी रूप नहीं है वो रूप ले लेती है सडनली, और जिसका रूप होता है वो मिट जाती है, गायब हो जाती है, कुछ नया बन जाता है। तो ये मूल प्रकृति में जो ये तीन बदलाव होते हैं बार बार, उसको आप समझ सकते हैं ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश। ब्रह्मा बना रहा है, विष्णु संभाल रहा है, महेश खत्म कर रहा है। तो वो फॉर्म बन रहा है, फॉर्म चेंज होके विदाउट फॉर्म हो जा रहा है, और ये शिव जी उसको मार दे रहे हैं। तो ये है मूल प्रकृति। अब ये तत्व पुरुष जो कभी नहीं बदलता, जब मिल जाता है मूल प्रकृति में जो सदा के लिए बदलती है, तो ये समझने के लिए आप समझ सकते हैं कि इनका जो बच्चा पैदा होता है वो अनंत है, बहुत विराट है, आपके कल्पना के बाहर है। दूसरा, उसी को मन बोलते हैं, उसी को चित्त बोलते हैं। तो जो चित्त और जो आपका मन है, जब ये पुरुष और मूल प्रकृति आपस में मिलते हैं तब चित्त बनता है, तब मेंटल वर्ल्ड चालू होता है। उसके पहले तक वो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड है। और पुरुष स्पिरिचुअल है, मूल प्रकृति भी स्पिरिचुअल है। क्यों? क्योंकि वो अनंत है, परमानेंट है, उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं होता। लेकिन जैसे ही दोनों मिलते हैं, उनका जो बच्चा पैदा होता है वो उसके थोड़ा पावर कम रहता है, तो वो इनफाइनाइट नहीं होता, अनंत नहीं होता, लेकिन बड़ा होता है, विराट होता है। वहां से मन चालू होता है, और जितनी भी सृष्टि चलती है उसके बाद, वो पूरी की पूरी प्रकृति और उसके कई बच्चे निकलते रहते हैं। तो ऋषियों ने पाया, मुनियों ने पाया, कपिल मुनि ने पाया, पतंजलि ने पाया, जैन धर्म में पाया गया, बौद्ध धर्म में पाया गया, सिख धर्म में पाया गया कि ये जीवन जो है ये सदा दुख देता है। कभी बाहर से देता है, कभी अंदर से पैदा कर देता है। बाहर से जो देता है कभी उन कारणों से देता है जो कि मेरे वश में है, मैं उसको बंद कर सकता हूं, रोक सकता हूं, और कुछ कारण ऐसे हैं जो मेरे वश में नहीं है और मैं जानता भी नहीं हूं कि क्यों आ रहा है, कहां से आ रहा है, कैसे आ रहा है, कौन ला रहा है, लेकिन हो रहा है जीवन में। तो इन तीनों प्रकार के जो दुख है, कष्ट है, ये कहां एहसास होता है? ये चित्त में एहसास होता है। चित्त उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहा है। जो कुछ भी घटना घट रही है चित्त में रिकॉर्डिंग चल रही है। जैसे सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगा दिया, आप जहां भी जा रहे हैं वो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है। आप जो उसको बोल रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, सब रिकॉर्डिंग। एक एक क्षण, एक एक पल आपका रिकॉर्डिंग है। आपकी वो हार्ड ड्राइव है, ये जो है ना आपका चित्त, ये हार्ड ड्राइव है, हार्ड है, और यही आपको ड्राइव कर रही है। तो जब हम चित्त के बारे में समझते हैं गहराई से और मन के बारे में समझते हैं, तब हमको समझ में आता है कि मैं कौन हूं और मैं क्या लाया हूं और मेरे को कहां जाना है और किस तरीके से जाना है। फिर कुछ दिनों के बाद एहसास होने लगता है कि क्या कोई तरीका है जिससे मैं मन को ही हटा दूं, ताकि मेरी सारी समस्याएं हट जाए। क्योंकि जगत को मन ही देख रहा है, और जो मन है वही रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहा है, वही सब सुख दुख बार बार पिक्चर चला चला कर दिखाता है, वही इच्छा पैदा करता है, वही तृष्णा पैदा करता है, उसी की तृप्ति नहीं होती है। उसी को समझाते समझाते, संभलते संभलते हम लोग दुनिया में घुसते जाते हैं। तो अगर चित्त नहीं हो, मन नहीं हो, तो मुक्ति है क्या? तो कपिल मुनि बोलते हैं, हाँ, जब आप वापस अपने अंदर घुस के, चित्त के अंदर घुस के जो चेतन तत्व है उस पर ध्यान लगाते हैं, और जो अचेतन तत्व है, जो प्रकृति है, मूल प्रकृति है, उस पर ध्यान नहीं लगाते हैं, तो आपका जो चित्त है वो धीरे धीरे सिकुड़ने लगेगा। क्योंकि चित्त को एक वरदान मिला है। क्या वरदान मिला है इसको? कि जो तुम सोचोगे वो होगा। ये चित्त को वरदान मिला हुआ है। तो अगर चित्त आपका ये सोचेगा कि मेरे को इंजीनियर बनना है, और डट के इसने पकड़ ली इस बात को, वो इंजीनियर बनेगा, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, धरती यहाँ की वहां हो जाए, वो बनेगा। उसके अंदर वो इच्छा शक्ति जागृत हो जाएगी, उसके पास वो रुपए आ जाएंगे, उसको वो एडमिशन मिल जाएगी और वो निकल जाएगा। हमारी दुनिया हम नहीं बनाते हैं, हमारा चित्त बनाता है। तो चित्त को कौन कंट्रोल कर रहा है, वो सबसे परम प्रश्न है जो हमको समझना चाहिए, कि मेरे चित्त को कौन चला रहा है। कौन बताएगा यहां पर कि कौन कौन किसके चित्त को चला रहा है? प्रकाश जी, आपके चित्त को कौन चला रहा है?
अपने पूर्ववत कर्म चला रहे हैं।
ओके, तो मतलब आपकी कंट्रोल में नहीं है।
हाँ,
वो आपका जो पास्ट है वो कंट्रोल कर रहा है।
हाँ।
ओके, या दीपक, व्हाट अबाउट यू? डिड यू गेट द क्वेश्चन?
और जैसा मैं सोचता हूं वैसा भी होता है।
हाँ, ठीक है। तो आप बोल रहे हैं कि दो चीजें हो रही हैं जो आपने अपने एक्सपीरियंस में नोटिस किया है। एक, पुराने कर्म आ जाते हैं अभी, और
हाँ,
अभी जो आप सोच रहे हैं वो कल आ जाता है।
हाँ,
है ना?
मैं स्ट्रांगली फील करूं कि भी मुझे ये चीज चाहिए, तो प्रकृति स्वयं देगी।
नहीं, स्वयं देगी कि स्वयं देती है? आपका अनुभव है पाने का, कि आप अनुमान लगा रहे हैं कि देगी?
नहीं, देती है, देती है।
देखती है। हाँ, तो शब्दों को सही पकड़िए,
करेक्ट, करेक्ट।
क्योंकि जो शब्द आप पकड़ रहे हैं वो आपकी अभी की सच्चाई बन रही है, जो कल आपको कर्म देगी।
बिल्कुल राइट, राइट।
या दीपक? माइक को थोड़ा अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी एडवांस नहीं हुई है. माइक को अनम्यूट करिए दीपक जी. योर माइक इज ऑन.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Okay.
I just came in the
program. एक मिनट रुकिए. You said I didn't realize. Now my question to you is, who did not realize? Your body, your mind, or your spirit? Who was in control there when you did not realize?
I'm talking normal language. I'm not talking in anything in specific.
There is.
When I say
hang on. Don't.
I mean,
don't, Deepak. Don't play with words now. Okay, I'm in a very serious discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question to you is, ponder over the question. Okay. Don't look for a side road to run away from there. Be there and answer my question. You will have a breakthrough right now. Okay. So be there and answer my question. I'll repeat my question. Who was in control when you did not realize? Your body, your mind, or your soul?
My mind.
Your mind. So if your mind is not at the right place, then you are lost.
Of course.
Yes. Now,
I agree.
Who will bring the mind to the right place 24 hours in a day?
Myself.
Who is my? What do you mean by my? And what do you mean by
consciousness? My consciousness.
Your consciousness. So are you telling me that when you were trying to speak, your consciousness was not aware that the mic was muted? Is that right?
Very right.
Perfect. What was your consciousness aware about?
It wasn't with me. It wasn't in the program. So it was somewhere else.
Yes, that is where I'm asking you where it was.
I just stepped from other program to this just now.
Yeah. So what now?
So it took me time to realize that my mic is off and I'm not fully in the program.
Yeah. So what happened
now
just listen to me. Your body came into the program. We could see you.
Yes.
We could see your name. But when I asked you a question, you were actually not there in the program. Okay?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So my question again is, was the soul in control of the mind, or was your mind in control of your body, because of which your eyes did not see, you were on mute, and something went wrong?
Let's not say soul, I'll say consciousness.
You can call it
because soul is something, okay. The consciousness was not there because I had not stepped in the program fully.
Okay. So I want you to ponder on this. When you are spending your day, who is controlling your life moment after moment? Is it your consciousness, which is fully aware, or is your consciousness losing control many times in the day and your mind makes you do whatever it wants you to do?
It's lack of consciousness which is losing me, doesn't give me grip on my mind.
Okay, so I have a homework for you today.
Yeah.
Whatever activity you are doing or whatever activity is coming to you, say some person is coming, somebody is offering you something, asking a question, taking away something, be 100% aware of what your mind is doing. Then only you can tame the mind. Or else your mind will tame you, put a kutta ka patta around your neck and pull you wherever it wants to go. So he will become the owner of the dog and you will have a dog's existence.
Agree, yes.
Fine. So just do this practice today and see what is happening. Okay? I can assure you, your life will change from today, from now.
Good. Very good. Let me learn how.
I told you, just be aware. Now, if I have to tell you how to be aware, then you're a dead man.
I would like to know how to increase my awareness.
I'm giving you that exercise now. Today, whatever activities are happening,
let's work on it.
Whatever transactions or whatever is happening today, till the time you sleep, keep a watch over it. Put your consciousness on duty. Ask it to see what the mind is up to, what signals the mind is picking from the world outside to the 5 senses, and what action the mind is doing to the 5 organs of action. Just be a watchdog on the mind.
Good.
And if you become a good watchdog of the mind, The dog will become the dog, the mind will become the dog, and you will become the owner of the dog. And then if you throw a ball and tell to the mind, go and fetch, the mind will go and fetch it and give it back to you. And then if you tell the mind, I want to make 100 crores in 5 years, the mind will know it has to take you seriously now, because you are the owner and he is the dog. So he will do it for you. Is this clear?
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
it's clear. It's clear. And
No,
let's
sir,
start
my
the
question.
exercise. I'm ready for the
I have a-
exercise whenever everybody's.
I have a question. How will you know?
Just a minute, Vinay.
On this only. On this, I have a question.
No, just
How
wait.
will you? Okay.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Deepak,
Yeah.
keep your video on for a few more minutes.
Yes. Tell me.
Okay, so now I will tell you what is the duty of the mind which we must assign to it. What is the KRA of the mind? Key responsibility, something they use the word in the corporate literature, right?
Okay.
So your mind is supposed to be your servant, number one. Number two, since you are the owner, you have to tell the mind what you want from it in very clear, precise, measurable terms. Not hawa mein, okay?
Yes.
Clear, precise terms, as if the mind is an employee. He is the CEO of your life and you are the owner of your life. So consider your mind like the CEO of your life and you assign it a goal. Tell him, this is what I want delivered from you in such and such time. What do you want in return? As if you're negotiating with the CEO of your life company. The mind will demand nothing from you. Why? Because the mind is there because of you. You can throttle his neck anytime. You are the boss. Mind will say, बाप मेरे को कुछ नहीं चाहिए, तेरे को क्या क्या चाहिए बता, मैं लाके देता हूं, फिर मेरे को छोड़ देना भाई. You go away from here after that. Let me live in peace. That's what the mind will tell you. And let me tell you, whatever you tell the mind, with complete confidence, with complete willpower, without accepting any percentage of no for an answer, the mind will have it delivered to you to your door at the day, the time, the place which you tell it. If you remember in one of the laws of prosperity session which we had, I said the mind has to be set first. And then put the figure, then put whatever you want, the place, the money, whatever comes into your head. If you do this right, the whole world is yours. Why? Because the world is coming to you through the mind. You as a consciousness cannot see the world directly. You can never see. The soul, the spirit, the Purusha, the Atma, the consciousness, whatever you want to call it, can only experience the world through the mind, through the Chitta. Without the mind, without the Chitta, there is no experience. So we had a demo here. You said, I didn't realize. Because
Yes.
your mind was not here. You said, no, I'm coming from another program. So probably that was lingering on. And I was not fully absorbed in this talk. So your mind was not there. So I want you to become 100% owner of your mind. And then let me tell you, if you tell your mind in all seriousness, I want to live for 250 years, the mind will do it for you. Just because we have lost control over the mind, it is making us run around the whole world, searching for peace, searching for happiness, searching for wealth, searching for knowledge. So you have to leash the mind. कुत्ते का पट्टा बांधो उसके गले में. And tell him what you want him to do. And then see what happens to your life. This is true for everybody. Huh? I'm just using Deepak as an example. Clear? Clear to everybody? Okay. So now,
Me, it's clear, yeah.
Yeah. So Vinay, now you can ask your question. Vinay, are you there? He's not. Okay.
Yeah. So my question was, you said that ask the mind to go and fetch the ball. Now my question here is, how do you know whether I am saying or the mind is saying? That's a question for me. Who's
Who is
Who
I?
wants the ball?
No, you define your I, na? You are using your I. I don't know what is your I. So you define what is your I you're talking about. I know about my I.
My body, my soul, whatever. You can consider.
Whatever nahi hota hai. You have to be precise with the mind, or else it will take you to whatever zone for life.
So my body is saying that I want I don't know.
How can your body say? How can your body say? The only instrument which your body can use for saying is the mouth, the tongue.
Right.
Okay? Or if you're using hands and legs, you might make some sign language.
Mm-hmm.
So how can your body say? Body,
or
just listen to me.
Yeah.
Body has been given to the mind. And in fact, the mind has chosen this body.
Right.
Because first you have the spiritual world, out of that comes the mental world, the mind, and out of that comes the world where the body is there, matter. So the mind chooses its body. Mind comes here with a program to execute. He has been told, go there, take all experiences you need, do all the bhog, then start the yoga, and then come back. Come back to me. Through yoga, come back to me, to the pure consciousness state. But for you to be able to enter the world where you have no idea, I'm giving you a vaccination.
Right.
And then the mind is thrown on the world. So when the mind lands up in the world, it sees it has no knowledge. Though it knew it had knowledge, but now it is not able to see that knowledge because it has gone in the subconscious, unconscious domain.
Right.
And what he is trying to figure out is, who am I? What am I doing there? Who are these people? So he's trying to identify himself, get some information about himself. So they tell him, you are Sanjay, my name is Bhagawan, family name is Mansukhani, you are a Sindhi, you are a Hindu, you are an Indian. The mind starts from these seeds.
Who is saying this? No, who is saying this?
Father, could be your mother, could be the nurse in the delivery room, could be a nursery school teacher. Okay. It has come from outside. You do not get this knowledge from inside that I am Sanjay. How do I know? Who am I?
Right.
How do I know what is my father's name? How do I know I am a Sindhi? How do I know I am a Hindu? How do I know I am an Indian? How do I know I am a man and not a dog? So this information flows in from outside. The source is immaterial. What information you have collected is material here. Because that gives you memory, that gives you sanskar, that produces corresponding action in the world outside.
Right.
Yeah. So now you ask your question again.
Yeah. So so I just want to know now, you're saying you should control the mind. But I still have a doubt. When I say go and fetch the ball, who is saying it? That's the question now. Is the mind saying that?
You answer. And I want to hear the logic of your answer also.
Yeah.
Who says that? He's gone.
Must be signal going and coming.
Well, he's trying to find out whether am I the soul or the mind. So in that confusion, both of them decided to walk out of the room, Any other question till he comes back?
Is it the chitta directly the mind?
Okay. Mind is a small portion of the chitta.
Yeah.
But in Western language, since there is no concept of chitta, so normally the word mind is used when you are using the English language and people are understanding. So in India, when the word mind is used, many people understand he's talking about the chitta. And when the word chitta is used, many people automatically assume he's talking about the mind, So it's a right question. I will tell you the difference, actual difference as per our Sankhya.
Or subconscious directly in the mind? Subconscious directly in the mind?
Bata raha hu. As per the chitta, there is an element called Mahat. Mahat means the Mahatattva, the highest principle. Okay. So highest principle of the world, of the creation, of the universe. Because before Mahat, you have Purush and Mool Prakriti. They, as we know, are already infinite, permanent, you know that. But the first creation of both of them coming together, the baby, is Mahat. This Mahat is the cosmic mind. It has knowledge of the whole cosmos. And then it starts moving. It starts evolving. Or you can say it starts deteriorating, depending on your understanding of the mind and your attitude towards life. Okay. So I'm using the word evolving. It's from Mahat, it comes to Ahankara. Now, Ahankara is individual intelligence. Mahat is cosmic intelligence. That means all the Purushas in this whole creation are connected to Mahat if they are under manifestation, if they have entered the manifestation process. So one Mahat and innumerable Purushas. Just because there is one Mahat, one cosmic intelligence, it also means there is only one Prakriti. And there is only one Mool Prakriti. So the number of Purushas can be infinite, but the number of Mool Prakriti will always be one. So it is the same Mool Prakriti for infinite number of Purushas, infinite number of Atmas, infinite number of souls. Whatever way you want to understand. Now, once you have understood the cosmic with the Mahat, so you go to the individual now. Now you're coming down into specifics. So then you have the Ahankara there. This Ahankara, what does it mean? This Ahankara means Ahamkara. I am the doer. The doership comes. I will do. My name is this. I will make 100 crores in 3 years. So this I-ness, this doership, ownership of possessions, identity, all of it starts at the individual state, at the Ahankara state. The cosmos has no ego. The Mool Prakriti has no ego. The Purusha has no ego. The Ishvara has no ego. Ego starts with the individual. So, I get my identity. Sanjay, Bhagavan, Mansukhani, Sindhi, Hindu, Indian, and my journey starts. So when you are giving a name and all these details to a child, you are first of all giving him an identity. And that identity is not able to remove for life. Because that identity was given when he was at a very raw stage in life, just born, or 2 months, or 6 months, or 1 year, or 2 years. He has no idea about the world. And he's seeing that you are taking care of him. So he's believing you. So he believes. And whatever belief he takes in at that time, he hangs on to it for life. He may kill other people if they oppose his beliefs. So all these religion-based wars which we see, all these nationality-based wars which we see is happening because of wrong identification, which people of the world brought it on themselves intentionally, and they have programmed the next generation also accordingly. So these fights cannot disappear unless some concrete, solid action is taken in the reverse direction. So that is why when we pray for getting that knowledge, complete knowledge, and making that knowledge remove our sorrow. So when my sorrow is gone, my chitta has become very powerless. Probably it's not there now. I'm in Ananda now. So if I have been able to do it, and I go and tell my wife, this is the way, my wife might listen to me. My son might listen to me. So from 1, I become 2, I become 3, I become 4. And if there is no selfishness in this transaction, when the husband is teaching to the wife without any selfish motive, completely selfless for humanity, for making this whole creation a blissful place, it is bound to spread. Apres said, let me make this word a little better because I came here. I have strong objection to that statement. Why a little better? Why not completely better? If I am God, if there is God in me, he says, be with God and you will be happy. If I'm happy, that means I am in Ananda. So when I'm in Ananda, when those divine qualities have come in me, when God is residing in me and I'm aware about him, then why should I aim for little better? Now, why not complete? Complete the job. Otherwise, all of us will have to come again next life. And again, and again, and again, and again. So are we such big fools? The technology is available. It has been practiced in this country for thousands of years. We know many of our ancestors have gone into moksha. And this is a prime duty to be in moksha. It is also a prime duty to earn money. It is also a prime duty to have sex and desires. And it is also a prime duty to follow dharma. So by following dharma, if you go after money, money is Lakshmi for us. And if doing that, we get a Kamdenu guy, where she says, just tell me what you want, I'll deliver. So once I have done all the bhog, now the only option for me for further evolution is yoga. So I will happily go into moksha. In fact, I will be pulled into moksha. So as I have been saying, right from the day the series of talks have started, it is only the mind and your mind which you have to control, not your wife's mind, not your son's mind, not your customer's mind, not your vendor's mind. But if people are busy in controlling other people's minds and they are not spending time to control their mind. They might do asana for half an hour, 15 minutes, 2 hours a day. They might go to a gym for an hour a day. They might go for a jog, a run for 1 hour, 2 hours a day. They might go and play, lots of sports to keep this body fit. But nobody is bothered to keep the mind fit. A body is being run by the mind. Body is a vehicle for the mind. You say, if I don't have a body, then how will I be able to use my mind? You are a stupid man. If you are unable to use your body, unable to use your mind, you will never be able to use your body. Body control comes from mind control. That control comes from mind control. Weight loss comes from mind control. Running 40, 50, 60 kilometers comes from mind control. It is only the mind. And the mind is a servant. Mind is a dog. Give it an order. The mind is bound to do it for you. If it is not doing it for you, give it the cane. Schools will not allow you to cane the child. But it is your mind inside you. You can strip him naked and give him a solid caning. You will find after that moment, anything you say you want, it will be delivered to you. Mind will do its job. But who will make you accountable? Your karma. That karma is getting recorded in the mind. Mind will never say no if you are the master. And mind will not do anything if you are weak with the mind. Then mind will take full advantage of you. So we have to decide the ownership. Who is the owner here? That is why I asked Deepak, you answered your question. You did not realize. Fine. So who? The mind or the soul? Are you people getting me? Where am I coming from? Or am I talking French to all of you?
I'm catching up.
You're catching it. Good. Now my question is, Deepak, is your mind catching it or is your soul catching it?
Right now, my mind. It will slowly get embedded in my soul also.
No, it is not. Soul is unchangeable. As I told you in the beginning, soul cannot change. It can only
And then my conscious mind. Yeah, that's correct. My conscious mind.
Okay. Fine, that is a different segment. We will go there in some other day. Conscious, subconscious, unconscious and beyond. In detail we will cover. But you have to understand one basic thing. Your true possession is the mind. And the mind can be your master, mind can be your slave, depending on how you are establishing your relation with him.
Agreed.
Mind is your creation. But if your creation is coming after you, you must have the capability to bring him down, cut him down to size, and then tell him what he needs to do.
Agreed. That's what we were supposed to practice, yeah.
It can happen in a second. If you have the willpower, if you have the karmic account, it will happen now. Okay.
Please introduce me to the subject, to the matter, how I can do it.
I will give you an example, rest you decide.
Ah.
Calcutta, there is a Jain temple, a Gujarati Jain temple on Pollock Street, which is the older part of Calcutta.
Okay.
So I had a chance to go there and meet two Jain Munis. So I asked one of them, and there were 5-6 of us. We were sitting cross-legged on the floor in front of them. One was standing, other was on a sofa kind of arrangement. So the one who was standing, I asked him, what does the Jain scriptures say about Satyug? When will it come? There's so much of wrong things happening outside. People say Kaljug hai. But theek hai, Kaljug hai, accept kiya. Satyug kab aayega, ye batao. So that gentleman, he changed my life, He asked me back in return. He said, you kindly answer us. Where is yoga? Where is time? Is it inside you or is it outside you? And before I could answer, he continued. He said, if you think that time, samay, yug is happening inside you, it is getting created by your mind, then you can start your Satyug right now, sitting here. Who's stopping you? You're not stopping you. Start. And if you believe that time is not inside you, but somewhere outside you, that means when Satyug will come, it will come for everybody. It might come in 300 years, 3,000 years, 30,000 years, 30,000 lakh years. We don't know. But then you wait. I tell you, sitting there in front of him, that moment I decided, I switched on my Satyug then and there. And that changed my life. One decision.
By realizing that the time is in your mind, it is not outside your mind.
No realization. I gave an order to my mind. Listen to me. I gave an order to my mind.
What's the point that made you realize?
Just listen to me what I did, because I experienced, I'm sharing my method. You may try
Right.
yours. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I told my mind, right, start my Satyug now. It's an order. It's restarted. Now, if you have to realize and then find a method, find a guru, do exercise, do practice, keep on doing. I don't mind. I'm already in Satyug. If you want to be happy in Kaljug, spend more time there. Enjoy. Be happy. Are you getting me, Deepak?
Yes, it is only a decision as to whether
it is the decision.
What we are going.
It is the decision whether who will be the master here, the mind or the soul. If the mind would have overpowered me then, कि नहीं कैसे आ जा रहा सत्युग ऐसा, इसको क्या मालूम, ये सत्युग में है क्या? Let us wait. नहीं आता मेरा सत्युग. I gave him an order. I ordered my mind to shift me out from Kaljug to Satyug. Can you imagine that? And it did. That is why I'm here talking to you. That is why I'm saying you must know what you want precisely. Order the mind like a dog.
No, I have a question on this. Now you ordered your mind. That is fine. This is Satyug. But if there was a doubt lingering that this is not Satyug, this is Kalyug. So who's decided that? You or your mind?
Your mind. Because let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
When you have a doubt, when you have a fear, when you have any shortcoming being reflected in the mind, then it is the mind working. When you have no doubt, when you are crystal clear, when you are 100% confident, when there is no fear, then your attention is in the soul state, in the Purusha state. The highest is operating there, the complete power. I will give you an example, okay? Let's go to Mahabharata. Let's talk of Arjuna and Krishna at the battlefront. Arjuna saw that huge crowd, and then his mind came up with 100 questions. How can I kill them? My guru, my brother, my this, my that. Why should we kill? It is not good to fight. He started playing the game. Krishna was the soul of Arjuna talking to Arjuna. And what did Krishna tell him? I am the charioteer. I will drive. Since I am God, I will not take part in the war. I cannot take sides. But since you are my friend and devotee, you tell me what you want, I will give it to you. So, that is the soul, that is the Atma, that is the Paramatma. And then Arjuna kept on asking questions. Krishna was only answering Arjuna. He was not asking, he was not giving knowledge unseat. He was not giving him a pravachan. He was simply answering Arjuna's all questions. Then in that discourse, there was a point where Krishna had to prove to Arjuna his credibility as to who he is. So he tells him, I will show you my Virat Roop. See my Virat Roop. He's not telling him, I will show you my Anant Roop. Virat Roop is the Mahatattva, the Mahat which first comes out, big. And then when he shows, Arjuna is unable to see because he does not have that expanded mind to see an expansion. So he tells, I am giving you my divine chakshu, my eyes, see. And when Arjuna sees there, he finds everything there. All sorts of people, living forms, everything, all universes. So Krishna tells him that I am all, okay? But I love all also equally. Therefore, I am not participating in this war, taking anybody's side. But since you are a devotee, you are a friend, you are asking me for something, tell me what you want, I will give it to you. And only when Arjuna was ready for battle did the battle start. Okay. So
that is his mind. So his mind, the mind has taken control, isn't it? Yeah.
Just listen to me. I told you it was the Mahat. He showed him the Virat Roop. Okay. Virat Roop is the cosmic mind. So when your cosmic mind, your mind at the very deepest level, you are in touch. Because of any reason, you have been able to reach that place of the mind. And then if you're asking for something there, it is your cosmic mind. You, since you have reached that place, you are the creator of that cosmos now. There. Whatever thought you put in that state of the mind is bound to get manifested outside in very short time. Because that is the mind of the creation process. It has formed with cosmic intelligence. It has no input so far. You have reached there and you put your input. So your input will be given priority. And you will find that thing manifested outside for you. So this is a massive science. That is why India was one of the leading countries for thousands of years. And that is why we are still here in crores, 100 crores and more. Because of that backbone. Are you getting me, Vinay? Or you still have a question?
I'm just one question. I'm just digressing. Now, suppose you get a nasty mail from someone. Okay, assuming. Nasty? So, but you may react immediately. But if you pause, a nasty mail, you receive a nasty mail from somebody. Okay, and there are two.
We can't hear you.
You'll respond if you pause. So when you pause and you respond, is the mind? So mind has taken control, isn't it? So at times when the master also is beneficial, isn't it? That's my question.
No, I did not get your question completely, but let me tell you what I think about it.
So suppose you send me an assuming there's a conversation between you and me, okay? So you send me a nasty mail, and I can react immediately to your nasty mail, or I'll wait, I'll pause, think why you sent this, and I'll respond. So the response will be completely different from that had I reacted immediately.
No,
it's a human nature.
Hang on. My question is, are you trying to find out from me which is better out of the two?
No. I'm trying to say the mind is taking control, isn't it? At times, mind being a master may also help. That's my question, actually.
Mind being a master can never help you.
No, here in this case, if I paused and I responded, I said, hold on, I want to respond immediately.
You have paused out of fear.
But my response is much better. I've thought...
You think it is better, but you have paused out of fear. So whatever comes out of fear will create more fear in the future for you. You have delivered a baby out of fear. That baby will grow with fear. Okay, and when you pause and you're responding, it is the conscious mind which is working. Because the conscious mind is taking in data through the sense organs, is analyzing it, putting logic, judging, doing some activity, and then coming to the conclusion what should be done, right? Now, this conscious mind is a slow mind because it has to collect data from the eyes, ears, process it, and then apply logic, go back and check what that time that nasty mail came, what happened this time, something like this came, what happened. So it will spend some time, which you're calling the pause, okay? And then you are drafting a reply. Now you think this is an intelligent reply. This is a reply of the fools from the Western world because they have not understood the mind. And I'll tell you why. The subconscious mind is so quick, lightning fast. It will process all options in no time and tell you what to do one shot. So while you're reading, question is, are you reading with your conscious mind out of fear, out of some shortcomings, out of some limited feeling, or you are reading that mail like a king, or you're reading that mail like God himself? Okay? If you're reading that mail as an employee of a company, as a normal human being, then you are operating in the conscious mind. I agree, there'll be fear-based response. I agree. You might feel you've done a good job. I agree. But eventually you will be born again so that you become fearless. You can only enter moksha when you are fearless. So the cycle will continue. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Any other question?
But then we can enter into many tiffs also, isn't it? Many fights with the environment around us. If you become, what you're saying, if you become fearless and you react immediately.
Bhai mere, look at Mahabharata. What was Krishna doing there? Playing his flute. He was killing, not directly, indirectly. And he told Arjuna, if you cannot kill, don't think they will live. Because they're bound to die because of their karma. You see, you have to understand one thing. There is no such thing called good or bad. An action in a particular situation might be very good. And a similar action in another situation might be considered criminal. They might hang you also. Okay? When Bhagat Singh shot some Britisher, we Indians celebrate. He must have died how many years back? 70 years back, 80 years back, 90 years, I don't know. But even now his name is living. But for the Britishers, I think they hanged him. Right? So how is it that what is right for us is wrong for them? Because there is no absolute right, there is no absolute wrong. All these are man-made stupidities. And we have got trapped in their Western system of thinking, in the Greek system of thinking, in the Aristotle system of thinking. They have given logic to the world because they could understand only logic. And logic is the lowest level of the mind. That's the conscious mind. What we have been doing in this country are levels far above them. Six levels above this level we can go. We have the technology, we have the sutras, we have the methodology, we have people who have been doing it, we have teachers. That is why they come to India, they go to Rishikesh, they go to Haridwar. They don't love Rishikesh, they don't love Haridwar. They come for that knowledge. And you know what? Today, most of the powerful MNCs across the world have Indian CEOs. Why? Why couldn't Bill Gates increase the turnover of his company from 300 billion to 1 trillion plus, which is today? Why did he need somebody like Nadella to do it? And why did Nadella not create another Microsoft? Why did he do it for Bill Gates? There are many of these CEOs. They have studied in India. They have been funded by the Indian government at times with good scholarships by people in India who have paid for their fees, their stay. They have taken loans from Indian banks and gone abroad to study. And they are helping them make more money out of us. So they are the traitors of the highest order if you look from a nationalist perspective. But we call them over, we give them Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, because we are fools. We are telling our children to go outside and make these people role models. And they talk of Atmanirbhar Bharat. All this is politics only for personal political gain, nothing else. So what I'm telling you is, the key is the mind. And in the mind, the key is the ownership. Who is having the key of the mind? Is it an MNC outside which is selling you a soft drink, promising happiness? A 20 rupee soft drink for happiness? Or is it you? You are controlling how your mind works.
It's me, myself, definitely.
Yes, but it has to show. You cannot say, yes, I am controlling my mind, but outside you're getting controlled by the world outside. Then where is your mind? So the mind is the key. And the science of the mind has been developed in our country. And we must use it. You know, I did some analysis and we found out there are 236,000 corporates in India. So I'm assuming there would be 2 lakh CEOs in the country. And these CEOs are like Arjuns for their companies because they are having the vision, they are doing the execution. So we have a program called Mastermind Concentration where we do it specially for CEOs and we teach them the higher levels of the mind in 2 hours, 1-to-1, personalized. Okay, why are we doing it? And I take just 1,000 rupees for that. That too on a refundable format. If you're not happy, take your money back. Even if some bank charges have been cut from us, we do not deduct that also. We give the full amount. If he has paid us 1,000, we give 1,000 back. How much came into my bank account is our lookout. You are not happy, you take it back. Why? Because he may take his money back, but he will not be able to give me my thoughts back. Those thoughts have entered his head forever. My job is done. And he's feeling happy that he got 1,000 rupees back. So just imagine if the CEOs of our country, forget these 30-35 who are outside, we don't need them. We can very well do everything on our own strength. If we start training programs for these CEOs, where we teach them how to go up the mind. What is the cost? Nothing.
Nothing.
And if as a subsequent result, say the growth of each company on an average grows up by 10%. Okay? And the Indian government with all its might and muscle is doing 9%. And if these corporates, just because of mind teaching, what is the mind, how to go to the higher level, further higher level, further higher level, and they're able to do that, if they reach there, they might add another 10% to the GDP without government support. Then there might be a time, when I listen to me carefully, there might be a time that these 500,000, 10,000, 1 lakh corporates might get together and tell the politicians, fuck off.
Right.
They will say, we will run it with our resources, our social obligations, we will take care of the country. Who are you to give me all that gyan? What are your credentials? What have you done? What have you done for the country? A Jawan who is dying at the border has done more for the country than the best prime minister of this country. So what have you done for the country? You have just manipulated people with slogans, with ideology for your selfish interest, which you think is right. Just because the people of this country are simple people, the people of this country have minds which can be easily manipulated, you can sell them stories, so you have done it. That will be a new revolution of India. That will show the further roadmap to the entire world, what the next form of governments are going to be like. And it will all start with the mind. Absolutely with the mind. Are you getting me?
Yeah, yes, perfect.
So it is not that I want promotion, that I come here every Sunday morning and talk to you guys. I am trying to understand your minds also. I am trying to give you the platform to ask questions. Okay? Because we have a major task. We countrymen have to stand up and take our country ahead. Let me tell you, the courts will not do it, the political class will not do it, the bureaucracy will not do it, the IPS will not do it, nor will the Indian Army. Only the common man of this India needs a mental upgrade. From version 1 to version 2 to version 3 to version 4 to version 5, version 6, version 10, version 11, like Microsoft Windows has been doing. And then you see the magic. Then you see how miracles happen. Then you see where India goes. We have to unleash our minds, open up our minds, elevate our minds, upgrade our minds, and then see how the reality around you changes without your telling anybody to do anything. Just shift your mind one level up, then see what happens. Say you are in a building of 40 floors. You're on the ground floor. You will see a lot of noise, people, security check, lines in front of lifts. When you go to the 20th floor, there will be no sound from below, there will be no people. Okay, you might see a long sight. You might be seeing the clouds very clearly, the sky very clearly, the sun very clearly. And when you go to the 40th floor, you might probably see the city 20 kilometers on one side, 20 kilometers on the other side. And you will have a top of the world view. So what changed? You did not change. The world outside did not change. The building did not change. Your position in the building changed. And who took you up? The lift. Did you put effort? No. You just got inside the lift and pressed a button. That's all. That is the effort. And your entire reality changes. Similarly with the mind. Put your mind in the elevator, press the button, and it'll go. When will that happen? Your mind is your elevator. It has to become your servant. And then you tell the mind, take me to the 7th floor. It'll take you there. Take me to the 40th floor. It'll take you there. समझ में आ रहा है कि मैं फ्रेंच बात कर रहा हूँ?
नहीं समझ आ रहा है. आ रहा समझ.
तो ये देखो, ये विद्या है ना. कल सरस्वती जी का पूजा था कलकत्ते में. कई स्कूलों में सेलिब्रेट होता है, धूमधाम से होता है. मेजर फेस्टिवल है बंगाल का. सब बच्चे, लेडीज येलो रंग के कपड़े पहनते हैं, यंग कपल्स से मूव आउट, रात तक चलता है सेलिब्रेशन. जब आप विद्या को पूजोगे तभी तो विद्या आपके घर आएगी। हम पूछते हैं लक्ष्मी को, लक्ष्मी तो आ जाती है, साथ में 4 लोगों को और लेके आती है। एक थानेदार आ जाता है, एक वकील आ जाता है, एक पॉलिटिशियन आ जाता है और एक ब्यूरोक्रेट आ जाता है। अब वो आपसे हिसाब मांगते रहेंगे दिन भर, कहाँ से लाए, किससे लाए, इसको बुलाओ, उसको बुलाओ, इसका पैन कार्ड दो, उसका आधार कार्ड दो, हमारे इन्वेस्टिगेटिव विंग में आके बैठो, इतने में सेटलमेंट करो। और जब सरस्वती आती है ना, तो एक ब्राह्मण आता है, कमजोर, गरीब, तभी वो आपके घर में आके पूजा करके दक्षिणा लेके जाता है। लक्ष्मी को संभालने के लिए विष्णु बनना पड़ता है। इसलिए विष्णु को किसी भी अवतार में देखोगे, पिछले 3-4 अवतार जो देखोगे तो खूंखार है, मतलब उनके पास अस्त्र शस्त्र सब रहते हैं। चाहे आप राम देख लो, कृष्ण देख लो, परशुराम देख लो, नरसिंह अवतार देख लो, क्योंकि ये लोग प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए। और शिव जी जो है वो डिस्ट्रॉयर है। अब किसी ने तो ये नहीं बोला ना कि वो आपको डिस्ट्रॉय करके क्या करेगा। किसको डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा? आपकी ईगो को डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा कि आपकी आत्मा को डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा? आपकी ईगो को डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा। लेकिन लोगों को लगता है कि मेरी आत्मा को डिस्ट्रॉय कर, मेरे शरीर को डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा, मेरे को मार डालेगा। तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो हम सोचते हैं ना, वो हमारी सच्चाई बनती है, बनी है। आप अपने जीवन में झांक के देख लीजिए ना, जितना दूर मांगते झांक के देख लीजिए। जो कुछ भी आपने जब जहां जहां फील किया है, देखा है, सपना बनाया है सच्चे तरीके से, वो आपका सत्य हुआ है। और जहां आपने नहीं बनाया है, आपका वो इच्छा शक्ति नहीं थी, वहां पर सिर्फ हल्की सी एक इच्छा थी, वो बह गई है पानी में। तो मैं फिर रिपीट करता हूं, माइंड को सेट करना पड़ता है। तो पहला तो आपको माइंड को एक डॉग की अवस्था देनी होगी कि मैं तुम्हारा मालिक हूं, मेरे गले में पट्टा है मेरा। उसके बाद माइंड को, डॉग को इंस्ट्रक्शन देना होगा कि कहां जाना है, क्या करके आना है। आप देखिएगा जीवन में चमत्कार होने लगेगा। आप मेरे को फोन करके बोलेंगे कि मेरा पूरा जीवन पलट गया। करके देखिएगा, मालिक बन जाइए अपने मन का। और जो आपकी आत्मा की पुकार है, वो माइंड को इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दीजिए करके, वो करके आएगा। क्योंकि आत्मा की पुकार है, आत्मा माइंड के ऊपर है, आत्मा माइंड को दबाए रखेगी, कराएगी वो। कोई क्वेश्चन?
Not from me.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, I think we have been about more than an hour into this. अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं हो तो then can we finish or can we have some concluding remarks from somebody कि क्या समझा? कोई भी एक सम अप कर दे कि क्या समझे आप।
मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन है।
हाँ, पूछिए।
दैट इज, आपने कहा कि माइंड को कंट्रोल करने के लिए सिर्फ एक ही बात है, हमारे अपना विश्वास बढ़ाना है कि भाई माइंड के ऊपर मैं बॉस हूँ।
विश्वास
दैट इज
बढ़ाना
ओनली,
नहीं है,
दैट इज ओनली एक्शन वी हैव टू टेक।
विश्वास बढ़ाना नहीं है, ये विश्वास में रहना है।
हाँ, विश्वास करना है वो।
हाँ, विश्वास करना है, डूइंग है, थिंकिंग नहीं
हाँ।
है। हाँ।
अच्छा, वही एक बात है। आप बोले आप कुछ एक्सरसाइज कुछ करवाएंगे जो कुछ था इसे, और दिस इज ओनली एक्सरसाइज। या
यही है, सिंपल है।
ठीक।
माइंड को लिफ्ट बना लीजिए, आप उसमें चढ़ जाइए, आत्मा से पूछिए भैया कौन से फ्लोर जाना है, मैं तो लिफ्ट में हूं तुम्हारा। ठीक है, मतलब क्या रोल हो गया, मैं समझाता हूं। बिल्डिंग आपका जीवन है, मन जो
एग्जाम्पल तो समझ में आया, एग्जाम्पल समझ में आया अच्छी तरह। तो खाली बस माइंड के ऊपर विश्वास पाने का, हमारे को अपने विश्वास करना है कि बस माइंड हमारा नौकर है। यू आर माई सर्वेंट, यू आर गोइंग टू डू एज आई विश।
हाँ, वो एक्चुअली है, लेकिन आपको बताया नहीं गया है। तो आप इस मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन में है कि आप उसके मालिक नहीं हैं, आप हैं। आपके पास आपके नाम पे कोई बड़ी प्रॉपर्टी की हुई है, कोई विल में लिख कर गया है, विल करके गया है कि इसी को मिलना चाहिए, विश नहीं करके गया है, विल है। आपको नहीं पता है लेकिन आपके नाम पे है। हो सकता है 100 करोड़ की पड़ी हो। जिस दिन आपको मालूम पड़ेगा उस दिन तो 100 करोड़ आपके घर में आएंगे।
तो जो भी रुकावटें हैं हमारे मन में ही है, हमारे माइंड में ही है,
पैदा की हुई है ताकि वो मालिक बना रहे।
और माइंड का ये विश्वास कंटिन्यूअसली बढ़ाते रहने के लिए हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? क्योंकि हमेशा जो पुरानी आदतें हैं, पुरानी जो प्रैक्टिसेस हैं, वो तो मन को खाती रहेगी, मन को बुलाती रहेगी।
आप किसी भगवान को मानते हैं क्या?
ये
किसको मानते हैं? बोली नाम।
वो क्वेश्चन है।
यस
मानता
बोलता है, फिर बोलता है क्वेश्चन।
जल भगवान को मानता हूँ।
हाँ,
तो नहीं, ऐसी पर्टिकुलर भगवान ढूंढना पड़ेगा जिसको मैं मानूं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे भगवान है मेरे लाइफ में।
अच्छा, तो आपका तो भगवान भी ढूंढना पड़ेगा और मन भी अपने मर्जी से चलता है। तो आप पहले अपने आप को ढूंढ लीजिए कि आप कौन है, क्या कर रहे हैं।
I got the point. पॉइंट तो समझा मैं।
अरे पॉइंट समझने से नहीं हो रहा है, पॉइंट को इम्प्लीमेंट करने से होगा।
यस, इम्प्लीमेंट करूंगा।
हाँ, वो अपरेश बोलता है ना, नोइंग इज नॉट डूइंग, डूइंग इज डूइंग।
ट्रू, वेरी ट्रू।
Yeah, so can we finish?
Yes, yes.
Chalo, thank you so much. God bless
Bye.
you.
Good day, all of you.
Yeah,
Good day.
Bye. Good day.
Good day. Happy day every day.